Good evening, and welcome to our special broadcast. Tonight we delve into a question that resonates deeply in our interconnected world. Is social media doing more harm than good to society? It's a complex issue, with passionate arguments on both sides. Joining us to explore this are two distinguished guests. Arguing that social media is predominantly harmful, we have Mr. Samuel Green, a renowned sociologist. And advocating for its predominantly beneficial nature is Ms. Olivia Chen, a successful tech entrepreneur. Our debate will unfold with opening statements from each guest. This will be followed by a direct discussion, then a thematic exploration of key issues, and finally, closing statements. Let's begin this important conversation.
Thank you, Dr. Hayes. It's undeniable that social media emerged with a bright promise of fostering connection and understanding across the globe. However, as these platforms have become deeply embedded in the fabric of our daily lives, their widespread application has, unfortunately, unleashed significant detrimental effects on society. We are witnessing an alarming escalation of mental health issues, particularly among young people. Anxiety, depression, and body dysmorphia are increasingly fueled by relentless social comparison and the pervasive threat of cyberbullying. Furthermore, the unchecked proliferation of misinformation and disinformation is eroding trust in established institutions and sowing seeds of societal discord. This digital wildfire of falsehoods makes it incredibly difficult for citizens to discern truth from fiction. Social media platforms also inadvertently create echo chambers and filter bubbles, restricting our exposure to diverse viewpoints. These digital silos reinforce existing biases and contribute to political polarization. Beyond these societal impacts, we must also consider the promotion of addictive behaviors. The design of many platforms encourages compulsive use, leading to a noticeable reduction in meaningful face-to-face interactions that are vital for human well-being. Therefore, I contend that the demonstrable harms to our mental health, our public discourse, and our social cohesion currently overshadow any perceived benefits.
Thank you, Dr. Hayes and Mr. Green, for outlining your concerns. While I acknowledge the challenges that have accompanied the rise of social media, I firmly believe its positive potential and its already realized benefits are far more substantial. Social media has ushered in an era of unprecedented global connectivity. It empowers individuals to maintain cherished, long-distance relationships with family and friends, and to cultivate vibrant communities based on shared interests, hobbies, or even life challenges. Moreover, these platforms have provided an invaluable stage for activism and social movements. Marginalized voices, often silenced by traditional media, can now be amplified, fostering greater awareness and driving meaningful social change. When used responsibly, social media facilitates remarkable access to information and educational resources. It opens windows to diverse cultural perspectives, broadening our understanding of the world, provided users engage critically with the content they consume. Let's not forget the significant economic opportunities created. Businesses, artists, and creators of all kinds can now reach extensive global audiences, fostering innovation and entrepreneurship on a scale previously unimaginable. In conclusion, social media is an incredibly influential tool. Its impact is indeed contingent on how we use it and how it's regulated. But its intrinsic nature, I argue, leans decisively towards being more beneficial than harmful.
Thank you both for those compelling opening statements. Mr. Green, you highlighted the addiction aspect as a key harm. Ms. Chen, you emphasized connectivity. How do you reconcile the potential for addictive use, which Mr. Green described, with your vision of social media fostering genuine connection?
That's a crucial point, Dr. Hayes. The addiction isn't accidental. It's often by design. Many platforms employ intentionally addictive mechanisms, like endless scrolling, constant notifications, and variable reward schedules, all meticulously engineered to maximize user engagement. This design philosophy directly detracts from individual productivity, fragments attention, and can diminish overall well-being, as users find themselves compulsively checking their feeds. This isn't primarily about fostering genuine connection. It's about capturing attention for as long as possible, because user attention is the commodity being sold to advertisers. The profit motive, in many cases, unfortunately, seems to supersede the goal of authentic human interaction.
I understand Mr. Green's concerns about platform design, and it's true that some features can lead to overuse if not managed. However, I believe this is largely a matter of individual responsibility and the pressing need for improved digital literacy across all age groups. Many platforms now offer tools and settings to help users manage their time, filter content, and customize notifications, empowering them to curate a healthier experience. Furthermore, the connection facilitated is often profoundly genuine and vital. Think of families separated by continents staying in daily contact. Or consider individuals finding life-saving support in online groups dedicated to rare diseases or mental health struggles. These are invaluable connections. While profit is a factor, platform design also aims to deliver relevant content and enhance user value, which in turn fosters these valuable connections.
Let's shift the focus slightly. Mr. Green, you've compellingly highlighted concerns regarding mental health impacts and the rapid spread of misinformation. Ms. Chen, from your perspective as a proponent of social media's benefits, how can these clear advantages be squared with such significant and pervasive challenges?
The evidence regarding mental health is deeply concerning. Multiple studies indicate a correlation between intensive social media use and rising rates of anxiety, depression, loneliness, and body image issues, particularly among adolescents and young adults. The constant, curated perfectionism on display creates unrealistic expectations and fosters a culture of comparison that can be incredibly damaging to self-esteem. Regarding misinformation, its speed and reach are alarming. False narratives, whether about public health, elections, or social issues, can go viral in hours, often with devastating real-world consequences. We've seen this contribute to public health crises, incite violence, and significantly increase political polarization, making constructive societal dialogue almost impossible.
These are undoubtedly serious and complex issues, Mr. Green, and I don't wish to minimize their impact. However, I maintain they are not insurmountable challenges inherent to social media itself. Technology platforms are increasingly aware of their responsibilities and are investing heavily in combating misinformation through enhanced fact-checking protocols, AI-driven detection of harmful content, and more robust content moderation policies. Simultaneously, there are numerous initiatives to promote mental well-being, including integrating access to mental health resources directly within platforms. They also partner with expert organizations to provide support and crisis helplines. It's also worth remembering that traditional media faced and still faces analogous challenges with bias and misinformation. Social media, in contrast, offers more democratized avenues for individuals and groups to counter false narratives, share diverse perspectives, and foster positive online communities and support networks that actively promote well-being.
In closing, I must reiterate my principal arguments. The pervasive negative impact on mental health, especially for our youth, is a crisis we cannot ignore. The substantial societal damage inflicted by the rampant spread of misinformation and disinformation undermines the very foundations of informed public discourse. Furthermore, the inherently addictive nature of many dominant social media platforms, driven by business models that prioritize engagement above all else, is a significant concern. While social media initially held considerable potential for good, its current iteration and prevailing operational frameworks inherently lead to a net increase in societal harm. User engagement, often achieved through manipulative design and algorithmic amplification of sensational content, has been prioritized over genuine well-being and constructive interaction. Therefore, I advocate for a critical societal reevaluation of social media's role. We urgently need to consider stronger regulatory frameworks, and demand greater transparency from platforms. Perhaps we even need to envision a fundamental paradigm shift in how these digital spaces operate to serve humanity better. The balance of evidence, as I see it, clearly indicates that social media in its current form is exacting a heavy toll, resulting in a net negative impact on society.
As we conclude, I want to reaffirm my belief in social media's profound positive capacity. Its unparalleled ability to connect individuals across geographical and cultural divides is transformative. It empowers diverse voices that were previously unheard, fostering social movements and driving progress on critical issues. Moreover, it facilitates widespread access to information, educational content, and countless opportunities for personal and professional development. The challenges we've discussed today, such as misinformation and concerns about well-being, are indeed significant, but I view them as developmental issues. These are common to any technology that brings about such rapid and widespread societal change. Continuous efforts are being made by platforms, researchers, and communities to mitigate these harms. Promoting digital literacy and encouraging responsible, mindful user practices are crucial components of this ongoing adaptation. A wholesale condemnation of social media overlooks its profound and myriad benefits and the positive societal changes it has already catalyzed and continues to support. I remain optimistic. With sustained effort, collaborative innovation, and societal adaptation, the good fostered by social media will increasingly and decisively outweigh the harm. This will help us build a more connected, informed, and equitable global community.
Thank you both, Mr. Green and Ms. Chen, for your articulate, passionate, and thought-provoking contributions to this important debate. You've clearly illuminated the core tension we face: the immense potential for connection and empowerment offered by social media, set against significant risks. These risks include mental and societal harm, stemming from issues like addictive design and the proliferation of misinformation. It's evident that there are no easy answers, and the impact of social media is multifaceted and deeply personal. We encourage our audience to engage in critical reflection regarding their own social media consumption habits and to consider its broader impact on their communities and society at large. This has been a stimulating discussion. Thank you for joining us. Good evening.